beginning at 4:30 for traffic updates.
Not in my neighborhood. It's a familiar cry when cities are planning for jails and prisons, but a Huntersville subdivision is worried about a proposed psychiatric hospital at the intersection of State Highway 115 and Verhoff Drive. News Channel 36 reporter Ann Sheridan is listening to their concerns and trying to get answers from that hospital.
Stephen, look.
Ashley and Steve Owens looked hard for the perfect place to raise their son.
We feel very, very safe here, and first and foremost.
They love their new home in Huntersville's Monteith Place. But this one sign,
it's very scary,
is rocking their world.
Oh my God, please.
It's a zoning request, changing the land near their home from residential to campus institutional. Carolina's healthcare systems wants to put a psychiatric hospital here, just down the street from Ashley's home.
We are so delighted to be here, and it was just a little bit soul-crushing. I was like, really?
Ashley's worried about everything.
I'm worried about the safety of my family. I think of medication, drugs.
Ashley says the site is too close to her neighborhood and a nearby school. She's organizing for an upcoming public hearing, but believes she's in for a fight.
So here's what neighbors say they're up against. Right here you can see a lot of homes are still under construction, and neighbors here say they're all new, still meeting each other, and they don't have enough time to organize.
Carolina's healthcare system says the proposed facility would not put anyone here at risk. Not enough for this new mom who had big dreams in her new home.
I do think that having this in our backyard is going to be devastating.
In Huntersville, Ann Sheridan, News Channel 36.
Now, we did reach out to Carolina's healthcare system. No one would speak with us on camera, but we're promised a statement about that facility tomorrow. Hospital officials say they would also like to meet with Ashley Owens, the woman in our story there. We'll keep you posted on this as this story develops.
New to the state DOT.
Where should the mentally ill be treated? Carolina's healthcare system wants to build a behavioral health facility in Huntersville at the intersection of State Highway 115 and Verhoff Drive. But some neighbors next to the proposed site are leery about that. And News Channel 36 reporter Ann Sheridan spoke with neighbors, and she joins us live right now. Ann?
Dave, these houses out here are designed to get everybody outside, on their front porches, in their front lawns. But now some of the neighbors out here are worried that when they come outside, they're worried about what they're going to see across the street.
Fight. I will fight.
We were the first to introduce you to Ashley Owens.
Stephen, look.
The Huntersville mom taking on Carolina's healthcare systems and a proposed psychiatric hospital that could be built down the street from her Monteith Place home.
Sharing information and answering questions.
A room full of neighbors met with CHS top brass to learn more about the facility.
I really wish that they had a plan B, which they don't.
Keith Young is worried about his family's safety.
I know that if this does go through, that we will possibly be upgrading our security system.
But doctors and staff assured residents there would be no substance abuse patients. This facility would treat people who are bipolar, suffer from depression, or those who face psychotic disorders.
That still scares people, especially if it's going to be in their backyard.
If a patient is inside the hospital, there are 2 locked doors that have to be passed through to leave the building. Safety is taken into account from there. There's security officers that are there 24/7.
CHS is proposing large trees to block the facility, but needs parking space. So the hospital authority is asking for a smaller buffer than is generally permitted.
I have no problem with it.
Still, Sean Caldwell thinks the hospital would bring needed services.
It's just an opportunity, not just for jobs, but for the community to come together in Huntersville to do something great again.
Now, if the hospital is approved and built, it will be larger than the downtown facility off Randolph Road. This one will be 110 beds eventually and also have an outpatient facility. Reporting live in Huntersville, Ann Sheridan, News Channel 36.
All right, and the Huntersville Town Board would have to approve a zoning change in order for the hospital to move forward on this. The board hasn't commented publicly yet because members are still reviewing that plan. There's going to be another public hearing next week.
If you drive on